The walls around Diddy's empire are collapsing and fast. What was once seen as untouchable power and glittering influence has now become the center of some of the darkest scandals Hollywood has ever faced. But here's the shocking part. According to Megyn Kelly, Diddy won't be falling alone. His empire isn't just breaking apart, it's dragging others down with it. And the names being whispered are some of the biggest in music, film, and entertainment. Megyn Kelly has never been one to back down from controversy. Known for her sharp commentary and fearless takes, she has now turned her attention toward the unraveling disaster surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. Her analysis goes far beyond one man. She is pulling back the curtain on the system that protected him for decades, the enablers who stood by in silence, and the celebrities who are now at risk of being exposed alongside him. This isn't just about Diddy, it's about the web of connections, favors, and secrets that tied the most powerful names in Hollywood together. And according to Megyn, the investigations now reaching deeper into Diddy's world are uncovering cracks in that entire network.
The more I look at it, the more I think the case is getting stronger by the day against Diddy for sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Those are the claims against him. I do not predict he's definitely going to get convicted, but I'm more and more believing it's likely. And that's because watching, for example, the cross-examination of the star witness has been, I think, kind of underwhelming.
For years, Diddy built his brand on wealth, fame, and extravagance. The cars, the mansions, the luxury parties, it all created the illusion of untouchable dominance. But beneath that surface was something far darker. The lawsuits, testimonies, and mounting evidence have revealed a story of manipulation, intimidation, and corruption. Megyn Kelly called it plainly, this wasn't the sudden downfall of a celebrity who made a few mistakes. This was an empire built on broken values, protected by people who knew better but refused to speak up. And when that kind of empire begins to collapse, it doesn't just take down one man, it spreads. The timing is what makes this so explosive. With every passing week, more lawsuits have surfaced. Former associates have begun to speak out. Video clips once dismissed as harmless entertainment are now resurfacing as evidence. The courtroom is no longer just about Diddy, it's about what he represents. The system of silence and complicity that runs through Hollywood. Megyn Kelly took her platform to outline a chilling reality. Diddy isn't going down by himself. The people who helped him, the ones who turned a blind eye, and the ones who benefited from his rise, they're all in the spotlight now. Her words weren't based on rumor or gossip. They were rooted in the undeniable patterns of power in the entertainment industry. When investigators dig into someone like Diddy, they don't stop at him. They follow the money, the networks, and the connections. And once one person flips, the entire circle begins to unravel. According to Megyn, this is exactly what we're watching unfold right now. And the names tied to Diddy are some of the most shocking yet. The first name Megyn Kelly mentioned was legendary music executive Clive Davis. For decades, Davis has been praised as one of the most influential figures in the music business. But Megyn's commentary raised serious questions about his role in shaping the culture that allowed people like Diddy to thrive unchecked. The connection between Davis and Diddy isn't just business, it's historical. Davis helped launch and control the careers of countless artists, and Diddy was one of his greatest proteges. Megyn pointed out that if Diddy's empire was a house of cards, Davis was one of the architects who gave him the tools to build it. Now, with Diddy under intense scrutiny, Davis's name is being pulled into the conversation. Megyn didn't mince words. If Diddy falls, Clive Davis could face questions about how much he knew, how much he enabled, and whether he turned a blind eye to the chaos happening under his watch. Next, Megyn Kelly turned her attention to Usher. The story of Usher's early career is one that has resurfaced again and again, particularly the disturbing claims about Diddy once having guardianship over him as a teenager. Megyn highlighted how this same pattern seemed to repeat itself later with Justin Bieber, raising questions about cycles of control and influence. She reminded her audience that Usher has remained largely silent on this part of his past, but silence is no longer protection.
What's interesting about this case, and the reason we're all paying such close attention, is because this is one of the most famous men in the world. Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whatever, is one of the biggest celebrities in America, in the world.
Investigators may soon demand answers. According to Megyn, Usher may not be directly accused of wrongdoing, but he cannot escape the fact that his name and story are tied to Diddy's history. The real question is, how much does he know, and how long can he keep avoiding it? Megyn Kelly didn't shy away from mentioning Jay-Z, one of the most powerful names in music and business. The connection between Jay-Z and Diddy has always been undeniable. From parties to business deals to shared social circles, they were seen as kings of the industry. But Megyn made an important point. In Hollywood, silence is rarely innocent. She questioned how much Jay-Z really knew about what was happening around Diddy. The lawsuits piling up now don't just implicate one man, they paint a picture of a culture that everyone in that circle benefited from. Jay-Z has long been seen as strategic and untouchable, but Megyn stressed that the investigators won't stop at the surface. If they find evidence that Jay-Z was involved or even complicit by omission, his empire could be next in line to face a reckoning. Perhaps one of the most shocking revelations Megyn Kelly addressed was the involvement of Diddy's own families. Justin Combs and Christian Combs, his sons, have often been seen enjoying the privileges of their father's wealth and influence. But lawsuits have already described situations where family members were present during troubling events. Megyn emphasized that this reality cannot be ignored. When an empire is built on silence, no one is completely innocent. For Justin and Christian, the question isn't just about what they knew, but how much they were willing to overlook in order to protect the family legacy. As Megyn put it, the storm is so big that even Diddy's children are caught in the crossfire. The next name Megyn Kelly exposed shocked her audience, Leonardo DiCaprio. Known for keeping a relatively private lifestyle, DiCaprio has long been rumored to attend Diddy's infamous parties. Megyn clarified that she wasn't accusing DiCaprio of direct wrongdoing, but she emphasized that being tied to those environments is no longer something that can be brushed off. When lawsuits and testimonies start naming names, every connection is re-examined. DiCaprio's clean image could take a massive hit if these associations continue to resurface. In Megyn's words, when the house falls, no one standing in the doorway is safe. Rapper Meek Mill was another name Megyn Kelly warned about. For years, he has been photographed and seen alongside Diddy, aligning himself with the mogul's circle. Megyn argued that what once looked like a powerful alliance now looks like a liability. When you stand too close to someone whose empire is collapsing, you risk being buried in the rubble. According to her analysis, Meek Mill may soon find himself facing questions about his proximity to Diddy and whether he knowingly participated in or at least ignored the darker side of those environments. Perhaps one of the most high-profile names Megyn Kelly brought into the conversation was Will Smith. His name has surfaced in whispers and rumors before, but Megyn reframed the discussion. It's not about one incident or one night, it's about patterns. Hollywood has operated for too long on the idea that stars protect each other. Megyn argued that if Diddy and Will Smith were part of the same system of secrecy and protection, then Smith's reputation could face serious challenges as investigators continue to dig. She emphasized that this isn't about gossip, it's about accountability. If Hollywood wants to move forward, even its biggest names must face the same scrutiny. Megyn Kelly didn't stop with the celebrities. She reminded her audience that the true power players in Hollywood often aren't the ones in front of the camera. They are the executives, managers, and agents who profit from keeping the system alive. These individuals, Megyn argued, are just as responsible for Diddy's rise in protection as the stars who stood beside him. And when investigators follow the money, they won't just find Diddy's name, they'll find a network of enablers who made millions by keeping their mouths shut. For Megyn, the message was clear. Accountability won't end with Diddy. The system itself is under fire. Megyn Kelly's commentary grew emotional when she addressed the victims of this broken system. She pointed to Justin Bieber's awkward interviews as a teenager, where his nervous smiles and laughter were brushed off as quirks, but now look like survival mechanisms. She condemned the adults who laughed along instead of protecting him. For Megyn, this wasn't just about one man's crimes, it was about the system that allowed children to be sacrificed for fame and fortune. Her voice cracked as she described the betrayal of trust. The fact that an entire industry turned its back on kids like Bieber just to protect its own power was, in her words, unforgivable. The collapse of Diddy's empire is happening faster than anyone predicted. Lawsuits are stacking up, footage is being reinterpreted as evidence, former insiders are coming forward, and with every new revelation, more names are being pulled into the storm. Megyn Kelly stressed that when empires like this collapse, they don't fall quietly, they drag everyone tied to them down as well. This isn't the story of one man being punished, it's the story of an entire system finally being forced into the light. She warned that the list of names won't stop growing. Every day more connections are exposed and more people are realizing that silence is no longer a shield. As Megyn Kelly closed her commentary, her message was blunt. Diddy's money may buy lawyers, but it can't buy silence anymore. The truth is spilling out and no one, not Clive Davis, not Usher, not Jay-Z, not Leonardo DiCaprio, not Will Smith, not even Diddy's own family, will escape the fallout. The empire is rotting from within, and when it collapses, it will take everyone who stood beside it down too. This isn't just the fall of one man. This is the exposure of an entire system that thought it could protect itself forever. And as Megyn Kelly warned, that system is finally breaking.